I think back to almost 40 years ago, 1988, when we had a prophetic word about us having a ministry of our own. We didn't launch until 2020, so there was a long period in between there. But God was doing a work in both of our hearts, and I think the desire became stronger and stronger as we went further.
We had to know God's right timing.
That's for sure.
In order to launch out of something that we were very comfortable in. Okay, some of the biggest challenges. Number one really was location.
Yeah,
We put a lot of miles on our car just asking the Lord, where should we drive today? One day Mark was out driving by himself and he said, you got to meet me here. And I said, where are you? He said, I'm on Phelps Road in Honeoye Falls. And I said, Honeoye Falls? I drove over to the building, and he's actually in this building. The building was for sale, and the lawn was overgrown. The driveway looked bad. It just didn't, it looked very unkept at the time. He was in the building, and he's telling me, come on in. I said, is somebody with you? He said, no, just come on in.
The door was open.
I said, we're going to be arrested for breaking and entering. He said, no, the door was open. Other than the location, you know, we were launching this church, and we're not spring chickens. We're empty nesters. I'm not going to tell you our age, but we're empty nesters. But I had really prayed and asked the Lord for a building that had a sanctuary and that had a children's department, because we need to invest in the next generation. And it far surpassed anything that I could ever dream, think, or imagine. God was very, very faithful to us.
Yes, He was. When I look back, I think the thing that I'm the most grateful for is, number one, the faithfulness of God and how He has always been there. Whenever there was a thing that would be a challenge for us, He always seemed to show up. I'm so grateful for the family that we have there now, and it is a family. It really is, yeah.
I'm grateful for the leaders we have, the congregation we have, the children that are coming into Hub Church. I have so much to be grateful for. The resources that God has provided for us are just unbelievable. Some of the things that have just been gifted to us and handed to us, from little things from office equipment to children's equipment to a beautiful kitchen that is fully furnished.
The thing that just blows my mind is how God always sees the need, and He's faithful.
So faithful.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
It's unbelievable. We've always seen Hub Church as a training ground, a place where we could train people in the ministry and send them out and raise them up to be a voice in the world, and in this, even in our community right here in Honeoye Falls and the surrounding area.
I saw a vision when I was sitting in the parking lot once, where there was flames, literal flames coming out of the top of the building, and I thought, it looked so real to me. And as I was sitting there, God really impressed on me that our worship was going to come forth out of that building, and it was going to affect that community. And even this past this summer, when our worship team was down in Honeoye Falls, I saw that materialize even more, where you could literally hear the sound of worship reverberating off of the buildings of Main Street in Honeoye Falls. And it is doing something in that community. I believe that God has called us as gatekeepers of the south entrance to Monroe County, and I believe that we are going to have an impact in this region in a big way. We're believing for revival of ourselves, but also revival in that region.
It's an awesome
Fifth birthday.
That's where we're at. Fifth birthday.
Yes.
For Hub Church.
And it is amazing what God has already done, but I also know that we are made for more than this. There is so much more that God wants to do in each and every one of our lives, and through this church, we are made for more.